This is Steve out in the garage. And let's see, I am attempting to weld and build a framework to go around the tail cone, and then this get some holes drilled into it for the motor mount, and then the framework will come up this way and it'll slide over top of the tail cone and go into the, get some 3/4 rod, drill a hole in another piece over there, and put a piece of 3/4 rod through the tie down, and on the top back section where they have those 4 holes, I'm going to put some bolts. I'm going to put some holes through here with my drill press once I can line them up, and then put some holes into those 4, or put some 4 bolts through there, and then weld the bracket around there so that it hooks to the back of the engine stand. That'll hold the tail cone, and then the other one behind you, well, this one's actually the front, that one's the back. And this bolts into the motor mount and holds that through the motor mount bolts, and then I can rotisserie the fuselage. So I've never welded before, so I borrowed a welder and got some steel, and let me try to show you. Not very good at this, but what the heck. So I put this square on so that I can make sure that everything's square when I weld this down. So I actually let you see me do a little bit of welding here. So I just have a little welder here, and so let me put on my hood here. Do safety, so let me tie that down. And I know I should be wearing long pants and all that sort of stuff, but I don't. Anyway, I'm just welding real close, so not a lot of sparks, but all right, let's see what happens here. Okay. Yeah, okay. Now it holds. Now I'm going to do another piece across there. And I've actually been doing this a little bit. I forgot to turn on the camera, so I'm going back and showing you one weld where I'm doing this. Okay. All right. That's a little better. I have a friend coming over tomorrow who is a welder. Supposed to come over today, but he texted and said he couldn't make it today. So I didn't want to not start since I had it out already. And I figured I can at least make this. Not very good, but I'll have him clean this up with the welds tomorrow, and weld the rest of these back parts here tomorrow. And then I can figure out the whole structure. Actually, just holes in here, it doesn't matter where, because the motor mounts slide and make it easy. Because they slide around, so you can figure out where to make them. So I put this on the drill press and cut some holes in it once I drill some holes in it once I get it made. So anyway, I got some other metal over there. Tomorrow we'll do the rest of the framework. I'll try to video that tomorrow while we're doing some actual welding and building the cage that goes around the back of this. I'm trying to figure out how to, on some angle iron, I've got those 4 holes in the part where the, I guess it's the horizontal stab comes down and bolts into, but I I haven't figured out how to. I tried a white crayon to see if I could make some marks on my metal, but I really couldn't see it. So I'm trying to figure out what else I can use to mark those holes so I can put them on the drill press, and see if I can do it that way. So anyway, I'll show you more tomorrow, but I wanted to show you me making probably a fool out of myself welding. But anyway, not a very good welder, I can tell that. But you know, first time I've welded, so anyway, first part of this is working. At least it hasn't fallen apart yet. It may not be perfect, but we can weld it up tomorrow and complete some more of this tomorrow. Just wanted to show you what I was doing. We'll have some better welding on this tomorrow, but at least it's the back framework. This will go to the motor mount, and then from here forward will be the two pieces, and there's the cross pieces that go to hold the fuselage, back of the fuselage, tight with a 3/4 inch threaded rod, or whatever size that is for the tie down, and then those 4 holes, which I'll just put some bolts through temporarily through the metal once I drill them, and that should be it. That'll hold the airplane really tightly back of the fuselage. So anyway, get an idea how I'm doing it. I'll show you the whole thing once it's done, and then you can see, get a better idea of how I did it. Now, I will tell you that I'm not as good a welder as Ball Pilot, but I did get the idea for the rotisserie from watching him do it. Now, he put U-joints and welded in U-joints and also, I'm not getting that fancy. At least not now. I don't think I have to, but yeah, he put in full U-joints in there and everything to rotisserie his. But he built his for the Bearcat and then just modified it for the Sling TSi. So he had done it before. So anyway, thanks, and I'll talk to you later.